Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to
BookClub. We're going to be dressed the same in next week's episode because we're filming 2 episodes in one day. But this is our very first YAPisode. Whoop, 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 whoop. We're not talking about any specific books today. We're just talking about book things, BookTok, random shit we saw on Instagram.
Yeah.
And just
things.
Just things
that
and
we wanna
vibes.
yap.
And I'm excited about this because now Dylan will be able, my boyfriend, will be able to watch this episode without being like, well, I haven't read that book and I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's happening.
Well, now he can just be a supportive boyfriend and shut up.
Speak on it. Let him know.
Okay. Yay, I'm excited. So, insert theme song here.
Oh, yeah. Wink.
Wink.
Hey, what's up?
Ready for book club?
I am obsessed.
This is the worst.
What do you mean?
What?
No, idiot.
Welcome to book club. Welcome to book club. We're back.
We're back. Okay.
We're back.
I'm so excited. We have a little list of things to talk about. And yeah, we're just gonna vibe. Hopefully we're gonna try to make things connect, sort of, kind of.
But
Maybe not. Maybe
likely not.
Likely not.
We'll see. Likely not.
Likely not.
Also, can you do an Irish accent? I just finished Dairy Girls because you told me to watch it. I finished it. Hey, don't do that. Yeah, you little shit.
Irish, I can't do a good one. Like, not really at all.
Yeah.
But I know that, and also too, it's hard because Irish, like a Londonderry accent, is very different from like
from a regular Irish accent.
Yeah. I definitely cannot do a Derry accent.
I want to be able so bad to do a Derry accent. I want to do one.
They're so funny.
I want to be able to do it.
To me, Irish kind of just sounds like British, except certain words are a little bit different, and everything goes up at the end. So it's like, blah, 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 blah. And like that, to me, I'm like, that sounds like Irish.
Yeah.
And you're calling everything wee.
Oh my God, the wee little gay boy, the wee little English boy. Oh my God, James took me out.
The way that what's her face always talks to James, where she's like,
Michelle.
Like, she fucking hates him.
They gaslight the fuck out of James, and it's honestly so funny.
I love that show. I actually
Dairy
didn't finish
Girls.
season 3. I need to finish it.
Oh, I finished it. I literally finished it in 3 days.
It's such an easy show to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also had a sinus infection, so all I was doing was like sitting on my couch watching Dairy Girls. But honestly, couldn't have spent my weekend any better.
I love that show. I love Nicola Coughlan. I think she's hilarious.
Yes.
I think everyone on that show is
so
hilarious.
Funny.
I know. We need to. There's an episode of the Great British Baking Show of their holiday season where they bring in the cast of Dairy Girls and they do an episode of Great British Baking Show.
Oh,
it's
amazing.
Good. It's good. I don't think Nicola Coughlan's in that, but instead of her, they bring in the woman who plays the like head nun at the school.
Oh my God.
She's so funny.
That show was so fucking funny. Mm-hmm. To me, it was funny in the same way that Schitt's Creek is funny.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like so easy to watch. It made me audibly laugh out loud on multiple occasions. The only like the way that I can do like Alexis and like David's voice, I want to be able to do a Derry accent. I want to be able to be like, ew, David, but like
Irish.
I'm not interested in you like that. Look at the state of you.
Look at the state of you. So fucking funny.
That just sent me over the edge. I need to be able to do it. I'm gonna have to start practicing in the mirror.
Yeah. All right.
Anyways,
that's
next.
kind of how YAPisodes go. Next.
Yeah.
Next topic.
Next.
What do we got? Okay. Do you listen to music when you read? I think we're different on this.
Really?
Yeah.
I do.
I don't.
You don't listen to music when you read?
No, it depends on the book.
You didn't listen to the ACOTAR playlist while you were reading ACOTAR? I don't know why the fuck I said it like that, sorry.
I listened to the ACOTAR playlist in between when I wasn't reading, like when I was walking around and when I was painting my ACOTAR inspired paintings. Because if I'm reading, I can't listen to words.
I can't listen to words. I turn it down enough to where it's just kind of like in the background and I'll hear an occasional like hum of the song. I like to listen to, like, especially if it's like a big fantasy like Fourth Wing and ACOTAR. I listen to like I can listen to, we have a playlist called The Stars Who Listen, and then we have a playlist called The Dreams That Are Answered. Dreams That Are Answered are instrumental. I can listen. It's all classical. I can listen to classical instrumental music, and like Fourth Wing. Okay. I'm gonna be so fucking for real right now. When I was reading Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. Were you listening to Harry Potter?
No. I would sit in my chair in my bedroom, and when Dylan was sleeping, I don't like hearing him breathe when he sleeps, and so I would have to wear my headphones, and I would listen to the playlist to How to Train Your Dragon. Because hear me out, it's fucking epic.
I've never seen How to Train Your Dragon,
good. So. Oh my god, I've only seen the first one, but like it's underrated as fuck. I couldn't even tell you the full plot, but I know it's good. Fair enough. But yeah, I listen to that, but if I'm listening to words and trying to read, I can't. Especially when it's like the world building, I'm like, fuck, can't do it. Or if I'm reading a scene and the song doesn't line up with the scene that I'm reading. For example, like rereading ACOTAR, it's hard for me to listen to The Stars Who Listen because there's so many songs in there that I'm like, ooh, these are very Reese and Feyre core. And it's very hard for me to listen to like Reese and Feyre songs that I associate with them while reading about Feyre and Tamlin. So like I can't do that. Or if it's like a love scene or something and a like really intense song is coming on, I'm like, no, this doesn't really track for me. So also too for this episode, there's potentially probably going to be some ACOTAR spoilers, probably some Fourth Wing spoilers. Let's do our best to like minimize them, or like at least announce them when they're about to happen.
Yeah.
So we'll try to announce
someone's
them.
with a fucking leaf blower right outside my goddamn door, just standing there.
Anyways, next topic. Hunger Games, Sunrise on the Reaping. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. I'm so excited, dude.
I'm so excited. I'm so
excited. I read Songbirds and Snakes in December before we started book club. And I was hoping, I was like, man, Maddie's never read Hunger Games. And I read them in middle school. And so I was like, I really want us to do like a Hunger Games thing, but I wanted them to be relevant before we did that. And now they will be. And like
Songbirds and Snakes was already out. I read Songbirds and Snakes in November before the movie came out. And I went and saw the movie. But I'd never read it in middle school when like it was popular.
Yeah, we'd seen all the movies. You know, I still haven't seen the movie. I still haven't seen Songbirds and Snakes.
You still haven't seen Songbirds and Snakes the movie?
No, because I'm scared. Because it's sad. Oh my god! And then I've seen so many clips from it, and Rachel, I don't know how to say it, like Zegler.
Yeah.
She's so talented, dude. Oh my god.
It makes me sick how
the
good
way that
she is.
When she sings, it like scratches an itch in my brain, and I'm so envious of her voice.
She's so talented, and she's so beautiful, and she's
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I love her.
I love her too, and I just really love the man who plays Snow.
Yeah.
I think he's a really sexy hot. Can I say that? Really, is he of age? Hot. Is he over 18?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Yes. That's like, he's definitely over 18. I'm pretty sure he's.
That's another reason I don't want to watch it, because I know that his character fucking sucks. And I'm gonna want it to have a happy ending, and it doesn't.
He's older than us.
Oh,
Tom Blythe is, I think that's how you say it, Blythe.
Yeah.
He's 29.
he should always have blonde hair. I think he should permanently bleach it.
The blonde hair was a look for him, honestly.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm
have
so
you
excited.
seen fan casts for young Haymitch?
No.
Oh my god. Okay. Have you ever
Hear me
seen
out. Oh wait. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
Have you ever seen Outer Banks
No.
on Netflix? Damn it. Okay, well, there's a character in that, and I can't remember his name, but he's like really popular on white boy TikTok right now.
Okay.
Everybody's obsessed with him. And he plays like the brother of Sarah, I don't remember her name. I only watched one season of Outer Banks, so I'm like not well versed in it. But everybody thinks he should play it, and I cannot remember his fucking name. But there's another character. I don't like whatever. If he got casted, I think he'd be fine. But there's another character, a little blonde boy, and he's a part of the Cooks, the Kooks, the. That sounds like a slur. I don't know what they are. They're a little group, the poor kids. And he's a little blonde fucker, and he's so stinking adorable. And I want him to play young Haymitch so bad. I've also seen some people say that they want Austin Butler, and I said canceled. He's too old. I love Austin Butler. I love Austin Butler.
My
but
thing.
he's a little too old.
Speaking of being too old or whatever. So obviously, like when all these characters all these characters came out, like when Hunger Games came out, or not when it came out, but like when it was really popular, we were in middle school. So like if somebody was 16 and up, fair game. But now it's like, oh, when all this is cast, Haymitch is supposed to be like 15 or 16.
Oh,
he's
you're
supposed
right.
To be,
yeah,
he's
Haymitch
15
is 16.
or 16. So if they cast, that's why like I don't want them to cast legitimate teenagers.
They won't. I don't think there's been one single movie or show.
You know what they did? This is the one where it fucking matters to me. They did that on Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live action. And I'm fucking sorry, okay? The people watching that show, people who grew up watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, we're adults. I swear to God, the fact that they casted literal 15, 16-year-olds to play these characters.
I didn't know
in the show, they were not animated to look like that, okay? The fact that
I've
they
never seen the live action Avatar.
I only saw clips of it because I can't watch it because I'm sorry, when I was a child, Zuko was my shit, and as a 24-year-old woman, Zuko is still my shit. And I can say that because it's an animated TV show voiced by a grown-ass man.
Yeah, but when it's like a live action and the kid's like actually 16, that's weird.
Oh my God. They made the actor who played Zuko, he was like 15. I was like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? He's supposed to be hot. And I don't do that. You're doing the adults fucking dirty. Okay? The only character that they casted that was super bad and also like fit her character was Suki, who is like one of the little Kyoshi warriors. Her actress was like 24. She's one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. And I'm like, okay, that tracks. Sokka and Zuko, I'm sorry, you need to cast people who are at least 19 or 20
also,
years
I don't
old.
know how they would get like Sokka and Zuko's body type on a teenager.
They didn't.
Because they're supposed to be like, I mean,
look
Zuko more so than Sokka, but like Zuko was like kind of shredded, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yes,
and
he
like
was.
I'm sorry,
and
but
so
no.
was Sokka was kind of scrawny, but like there are moments where he's like in his whole warrior thing, where as a cartoon he looks jacked. And Katara does not look in the cartoon.
Honestly,
does not look
in the cartoon,
like
they don't look like teenagers.
She does not look like a 14-year-old girl.
I always forget
in the
that
cartoon when Katara is in her Fire Nation outfit, she's got ass and titties, and 14-year-olds don't. Okay, it's fucked up that they did that. I am very upset about it. I mean,
14-year-olds when we were 14 didn't. 14-year-olds now. Like,
brother, I don't know what they're.
let
What
me
are they
talk
putting
about
in
this
your
for a
juice
second.
box? What are you
What are
putting
you
in your
guys
Capri
eating?
Sun? What is in that Capri Sun?
What's in that Capri Sun? And why are, like, I've seen actual like, my brother just graduated high school, and I would go to, like, some of his, like, plays and shit, things that he was in, you know, to be a supportive, great older sister, and I'd show up, and some of these 17-year-old girls looked older than me.
Is it makeup? Because there's.
I'm 24.
Is it makeup? Like, is that how they're doing it?
Oh, I don't know.
Because they're. I mean.
Is it something in the drunk elephant that they're all obsessed with? Like,
It's gotta be. That's why the drunk elephant's so expensive.
Yeah, it makes teenagers look like adult women.
Like grown women.
Yeah,
that's
and, like,
crazy.
I went into, like, a Chipotle one time, and this was when I, like, still lived in Texas, and I saw, you know, probably, I don't know, maybe a 6'3" child. They were in a high school, like, it said blah 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 high school on their shirt, and I was like, this is what the high schoolers look like nowadays. What the fuck are they eating? What the fuck are they eating? I'm so confused by how they look. Because agree. Like, also, where's the awkward phase? Middle schoolers are not going through that awkward phase that
my niece is like, she's 13, and I'm like, okay, wait a second, hold on. I was starting to kind of maybe a little bit. I was like, I got out of my awkward phase at like 15, late 15, like.
I was gonna say there were like
sophomore year.
I went in and out a few different times of an awkward phase. Like 4th grade was really, really awkward for me. 5th grade to 6th grade was like fine.
5th grade was very awkward for me, and all of middle school.
I feel like I was okay in 8th grade, towards like the end of 8th grade, and then freshman year until I got my braces off, junior year was awkward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got my braces on in middle school and got them off at the end of sophomore year. So, yeah, it was an awkward phase for me. Like, but here's my thing. My niece is 13, and it's looking like she's getting out of her awkward phase now, and it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Like, what? That's just, like, you're not telling me that was the thick of it?
I have a
Are you kidding?
cousin, my sweet angel cousin. She's in like 6th grade, and she's one of the most like stunning girls, and I'm like, okay, first of all, not fair, because why I looked so bad for so long.
Like, what the hell is going on?
How are they not? And the crazy thing is, like, she has braces, and she's still one of the most like beautiful fucking middle schoolers I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, why do they look
You know what
like
it is?
that?
You know what it is? It's because our middle school era was like literally right on the cusp of social media. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't get an Instagram until 8th grade. And even then, it was new.
You definitely had one in 7th grade.
I had an account, but I didn't have my own phone to put it on until like the very end of 7th grade.
Okay, I was gonna say, because we started being friends in 6th grade.
Yeah, so I would log onto my friends' iPhones and post like onto my Instagram account that way. And then like my sister had like an iPod. I might have been able to do it on there. I don't know. But even then, Instagram was so new that it was like all you would do was you would post a picture with like a colorful background and then words, and you posted things like 4 times a day. And it was like those weird like. And it was the era of like rate, date, hate, TBH, and you would post
honestly, that went on until like our freshman year of high school.
Yeah,
TBHs
and so it's like
and
that was
RDHs.
Mm-hmm. That was like our introduction to social media. My nieces and stuff, like kids now that are in middle school, they grew up with modern day Instagram.
They are getting like cool like TikTok dances. We had the fucking whip and Nene and iMovie. Oh my god. Also, do you remember Ask FM?
Yes. Yes,
I wonder
I'd
if
be
that
in
was
bed.
like, was that like a worldwide or like a nationwide thing? Like, did everybody
I don't
do
know.
Ask FM? Was that
Ask
just like
FM, if you
our
didn't have it, was like
general-
it was like a sketchy ass fucking question site where you could put
There's
it in
something
your bio.
like it today for college kids.
Yeah, and you could go ask anonymous questions to people, and it would be like, who you like, or I like you, but it was anonymous, and you would never get to know who it was.
Yeah. Honestly, I loved Ask FM. I was thriving.
It was so
on
messy.
Ask
It was
FM.
so
It
messy.
was so hilarious.
It was
I
so
remember
fun.
having the time of my life
We would stay up till like 4 o'clock in the morning,
on Ask FM.
like making up
because you could like
fucking fake ass scenarios and be like, I bet it was this boy that we like that did that.
yeah. One thing about
No,
me
it wasn't.
is
I
that
look back at pictures of myself from 8th grade. No, it wasn't the boy we liked. Wasn't the boy we liked. That's for fucking
One
sure.
thing about us though is that we have always been delusional.
Delusional as fuck. Like
So-
at that time, I was the it girl in my brain.
I was the it girl.
When
my
in
brain.
reality,
No, same.
you simply could not be the it girl if you were not on the volleyball team. I'm sorry. If I ever have a child in the future and I have a girl, I don't plan on it, but if I did, and she was a girl, I'm not, I like to say I'm not the kind of person to be like, no, you can't do that.
No, you can't
But if
do
she
that.
wanted to be a competitive cheerleader or a volleyball player, I'm pretty sure a deeply rooted, fucking, like, horribly traumatized version of myself would be like, no, you cannot be a volleyball player and you cannot be a competitive cheerleader, because then you will be mean. Because them girls, and when I was in school, ain't it. They were not it. They were
Yeah.
actually assholes. The biggest fucking assholes.
They were
Volleyball,
actually-
volleyball specifically. What is it with bitches playing volleyball? What is it with that?
Honestly, I feel like in middle school, yes. In your district, yes.
Yes.
In the district that I went to school, I didn't really like. I really don't think the volleyball girls were pretty fucking nice
Really?
at my school. For the most, I can't think of one that was like just outwardly like fucking rude.
I mean, in high
mean-
school, I didn't talk to, like, high school is different because I didn't fucking talk to any of them. But, like, in middle
Also,
school, it
that
felt
could have
like,
been different because I didn't go to high school with the people that I went to middle school with.
yeah.
So, like, there was I feel like
I don't
that
know.
really drastically changes your perspective on people when you, like if I went to school with you and I had gone to high school with the same
Yeah.
people that I went to, like, elementary and middle school with.
For sure.
Oh, my
For sure.
God.
How did we get here from Hunger Games?
Brother, I don't know.
Anyways,
I
I'm
have
really
no
excited
idea.
about Hunger Games.
No, I am so excited. We started talking about ages and then
Yes,
how they
and
look
how-
different and
You're
fan
correct.
casting.
That's
and
how we
then-
got
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, Hunger
Yeah.
Games.
Really excited
What
for
I was
Hunger
gonna
Games.
say was that we're gonna be too old to be like crushing on 15-year-old Haymitch. If they
Yes.
cast
that
somebody,
that would be arguably weird.
if they cast somebody who's 15, that sucks.
I don't think they
because
will
had I-
because Lucy Gray was supposed to be 16, 17.
But she was 19 when she did
Rachel
that.
Zegler's our age.
No, she's
Rachel
not.
Zegler's
She's
our
younger, babe.
What?
She's younger.
No way.
Yeah, she's young.
Oh, she's a whole year younger than me.
Yeah. So I think when she
She's-
did it, she was like 19 or 20.
Yeah, she's 23. Her birthday was May 3rd, 2001.
Yup. So I don't know. We'll see. I hope. I don't know. But I'm excited about it nonetheless because I love Haymitch. He was always one of my favorite characters in Hunger Games. And when we reread it,
love Haymitch.
or when I reread it and you read Hunger Games, you're gonna be like, "Fuck yeah, dude! I fucking love Haymitch. He's so much better in the books. He's so much better in the books."
Woody Harrelson is the best man.
No, he is, but
I
his character
love
gets
Woody
so much.
Harrelson.
His character
More
gets so
depth.
much more depth in
Yeah.
the books.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so
Oh,
excited to
God.
read Hunger Games.
Yeah, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited for it to be relevant again. It's gonna be great.
Bro, oh my God, me too. Oh my God, speaking of our age, just one last thing. Christian's friend Victoria, my little angel Victoria, she texted Christian, was like, damn, this was when...
They're 18, by the way. These are his little brother and her little brother's friend.
Yeah. They're 6 years younger than us, so they're 18, fresh, out of high school. But when Songbirds and Snakes was getting, like, all the attention, she texted Christian, was like, it would have been so cool to be alive, like, or to be aware and, like, been able to read Hunger Games when it was, like, popular and the movies were coming out. But millennials suck.
Excuse me?
And Christian was like, Maddie was in middle school when they were popular.
When that was happening, yeah.
Oh like my God.
Here's my thing. I feel like I'm in such a weird phase. I have beef with millennials, but I also have beef with Gen Z.
With younger Gen Z.
Younger Gen Z. Because, like, I was born in 1999. So, like, I'm still Gen Z, but barely. But I'm also not a millennial.
97 and up is Gen Z.
Yeah. That's still, like, those couple of years. And also on top of that is, like, my two older sisters were, well, Lindsay's a millennial, but, like, my oldest sister's millennial, and then my second sister is 98. And so, like, still, very barely. And, like, we got a lot of 90s stuff, a lot of hand-me-downs, and, like, so I don't know. I'm not a millennial, but then I see Gen Z doing shit, and I'm like, I don't think I'm one of you.
I don't really resonate with
I
that.
see people calling it, like, Zillennial, like, somewhere in between. Because, like, the post-COVID Gen Z is fucking weird. They're fucking weird.
And also, like, a little scary and intimidating.
Yeah. And I'm like,
really know if I
and here's the thing. This part's like so fucking cringy and embarrassing. But like, why is it whenever, I don't know if you get this way when you're like around like Christian's friends or something, it's like
I get scared.
I don't totally vibe with them all the time. Like I don't relate to them, but then also at the same time I'm like, I want them to like me. Why do I want them to like me?
I think it's because when we were younger, like we thought, young adults, like when I was like 13, any 16-year-old I saw, I was like, well, they're cool. I just know they're fucking cool.
Yeah.
When I was 16, any like 21-year-old with tattoos that I saw, I was like, oh, God, they're sick. They're so cool.
But I'm like, what if I just have noticed it. I'm like, there's certain moments where I'm like, I don't think I'm a loser. Like, it's like I don't care if they think I'm a loser, but there's a part of me that's like,
unfortunately, I know for a fact that like a cool 18-year-old girl would sit down and watch our interactions and be like,
no. Ugh. Then I don't think they're cool, because when we interact, we're fucking cool.
I fear that I'm not cool. At my core, I fear that I'm just
no. Individually, at our core, no. But when we are together, it's like a fucking supernova. Like, we are... A supernova. We are... I don't know the right... the right explanation. I can't really put into words how valuable and important and our effect on the world that we have when we are together in one room. But there's a chemical reaction that happens, and it simply cannot be recreated by anybody else in any other place. I actually think that we are an anomaly and the best friends to ever exist.
Well, I do think we are the best friends to ever exist.
So simply, if somebody sat down and watched our interaction and didn't get that, then they're just not it.
They're not with it.
They're not with it.
If you don't get the vibes, that's okay.
That's okay. Not everybody can be on our level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
really
true.
It's their fault and not ours.
But also, like, I feel like someone that I think is super cool is like Brittany Broski and Jenna Marbles. But if you showed that to like a cool 18-year-old, they genuinely might be like, what the? Like, if they don't get the humor, Like, if they're too cool to get, like, weird humor, you're gonna be like...
Then I don't think they're that cool. If you don't get weird humor...
Right.
If you don't get weird humor, then I think that you're not very developed as a human.
Or they just never went through, like, the weird, awkward phase. And they were
I
just,
don't
like,
believe that. I think that means that they are not very self-aware. And they are insecure. That is what I think. I think if you don't like Jenna... If you were in that era and you didn't like Jenna Marbles, and you don't think Brittany Broski is absolutely fucking hilarious... And then
Brittany Broski is like modern age Jenna Marbles to me.
To me, yes. I agree.
They
do very different things, but I agree.
Yeah, I ate up Jenna Marbles' content in the way that I eat up Brittany Broski's content. I love them.
I agree.
Love them.
I agree.
I agree.
Next topic. This one I'm concerned about, but we're gonna get into it.
I'm not PMSing anymore.
It says why Maddie has beef with Reese and Cassian now from ACOTAR. So ACOTAR spoilers up ahead.
I don't really. Okay, first of all, we knew I had a little beef with Reese. That's a given. I had beef with Reese. I had mad beef with Reese in Silver Flames, but I love.
But like
Reese.
we've talked about. The reason that, like in my opinion, obviously you're gonna have beef with Reese in Silver Flames because aside, like he does a couple of things where like
because it's told from
like
Nesta's.
anything from Nesta's point of view, you're only seeing the bad sides of him, and vice versa. You're with Feyre, you're only seeing the Feyre the Reese that she's in love with, and so it's like there's like some fucking issues there. The same reason that it's very easy to hate Nesta when you're from Feyre's point of view.
Only looking from Reese's and Feyre's point of view.
I agree.
But even, I think what I have a real beef with is the people on the fucking internet who are pitting Nesta and Feyre against each other.
Yeah, why does it have to be a, I like Feyre or an I like Nesta conversation?
Like, everybody collectively is like, oh, I love the Bat Boys. Like, it's not like Reese versus Cassian or Reese versus Azriel or Azriel versus Cassian. Like, it's never those three against each other, but it is always Feyre versus Nesta.
Here's the thing.
Nesta versus Elaine.
There's a clip from last week's episode where we had our boyfriends read ACOTAR, and they made a joke about, like, women hating women. Like, it was, like, when Feyre says that like, Amarantha is, like, basically, I don't know the exact line, but she basically says that Amarantha isn't like as stunningly gorgeous,
pretty as she expected.
And he was like, and Dylan goes, nah, that's just women hating women. And Brian said like, yeah, that's gonna happen anytime, even in a book. And that's this point that we had on our list kind of leads into my next point. Where it said why Carrie has beef with people over complicating good things and ruining them for other people, and the internet being too fucking serious and angry. Grow up. That's exactly what it says. Because why can't we just see people for who they are, for like characters and people in these books as they are? Why does it have to be like, oh, well, I like this one, also, so I can't like this one? Okay, this is not real life. And if you are like that in real life,
it's fake.
Grow the fuck up. Because
you can like the same, you can like two things. Like you can be more than one thing.
You literally, like when I was reading Silver Flames, there were definitely parts of it that I was like, wow, I really relate to that. But overall, I would probably relate more to Feyre. But in those moments, I still really related to Nesta. You don't have to fucking pick one. But there's, and you're right, it only happens with the fucking girls. Feyre. Like, it's not happening.
It only happens with women.
With the Bat Boys. When, like, the Bat Boys do dumb shit all the time.
Bro, I even see people, what really pisses me off is the Tamlin sympathizers who don't like Nesta.
Tell me you sympathize with Tamlin, but you don't like Nesta. Bro, shut the fuck up right now. That's actually insane.
Tweaking
You're
so bad.
Actually
what do
just
you mean?
Fucking kidding. Like,
you have to be so serious. Like, okay, if you want to be a Tamlin sympathizer, do I personally agree with you?
I saw one girl's Instagram
but, like,
that was like, she like is a like her it's like a bookstagram, and a big chunk of her page is like wanting Feyre and Tamlin to be together, and I'm like, girl, I love you. I think she might follow us. Either she follows us or she commented on something, and like, thank you for that. But like, I don't understand. I don't understand that. I don't know if she's like a Nesta hater, but like, still,
probably maybe not. Who knows? But like, I genuinely saw someone on the internet like fucking hate Nesta, but then was like, but also like I think it was actually in one of our comments when I was like, if you don't like Nesta, you've never needed antidepressants, which like also learn to take a fucking joke for the love of God. Oh my God, I cannot stand it. Learn to take a joke. But someone commented and was like, I don't like Nesta. Okay. All right, you don't have to fucking like Nesta. It was a joke.
I saw a thing today
Take a
that
chill
was like,
pill. Relax, calm down. And then they were like, I saw another like one of their content because.
Oh, why did your screen go away?
I have no idea.
Oh, you're back.
God.
That was weird. Anyway, I saw a thing.
What the fuck?
I saw a thing that it was like somebody saying like, I can't, like it was somebody's theory that the next 3 books will be from Nesta's point of view, the way the first 3 were Feyre. I don't think that's gonna happen, but somebody commented and was like, her redemption arc was not good enough for me to suffer through another 2 books. And I'm like, how did you, maybe this is how people in reading The Cruel Prince feel whenever we were shitting on that. How do you read Silver Flames and not appreciate Nesta's whole journey?
I just think it's so annoying because, like, okay, fine, you don't like Nesta. Nobody hates Nesta more than Nesta hates Nesta.
Literally.
And it's like, also, to me, like, if I was an author, like, at Sarah J. Maas's shoes, like, she literally said, like, for all my Nestas out there, because she saw herself so clearly in Nesta, I could never be like, yeah, I fucking hate Nesta, but I love all her other work, even though she, like, designed a character, basically after herself. Yeah. Like, to me, that's, like,
well, and here's my thing. So here's my fucking beef with...
rude.
I do not need people to be perfect. Especially, and, like, this is something we were talking about with, like, Rhys and Cassian, when you were like,
I have trouble with men not being perfect.
I am a very balanced person,
except for Kai for some reason.
I'm a very balanced person, I like to think, and I really what really gets on my fucking nerves though is when people look at other human beings or even characters in these books that are 9 times out of 10 based on some type of human experience. And they just expect them to be perfect when they themselves are not perfect. Everything is nuanced. Nothing is black and white. When it comes to feelings and emotions and actions you take based on those feelings and emotions, nothing is black and white. Except, like, I mean, that's not true. There's, like, some basics. That's, like, you know, literal crimes that we won't get into. But when it comes to, like, how you treat the people that you love, how you treat your family, how things like that, and, like, how you feel about yourself, like, everything is fucking nuanced. It's like, yes, does Rhys act like kind of a little prick, a little bitch boy? Absolutely. But
actually, no, you're right. Rhys acts like a prick. You know who acts like a bitch boy sometimes? Cassian.
Like, Rhys acts like and here's
the thing.
Who can't
you know who doesn't have emotional intelligence? Asriel. Like, they each have a flaw.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, Rhys, for me, the reason that I love Rhys out of all the Bat Boys is because, again, probably because I relate to Feyre most generally as a whole, but also at the same time, like, he's not fucking perfect. He's got major fucking control issues. From the looks of it, at that root, the shit that he does when he, like, again, ACOTAR spoilers, whenever he like goes behind the inner circle's back and is like, I'm gonna unalive myself so that everybody can, that's him wanting to feel in control. Like, obviously he feels more comfortable sacrificing himself than sacrificing anybody else. Yes, that is like a selflessness thing, but it's also a control thing. It's like, oh, I feel like I can handle this if I do it myself. And he does that a lot with the pregnancy trope with Farrah. He's like, I can do this I can handle this myself. I can fix it myself, and she never has to know, because he doesn't want to feel more out of control than he already does with the fact that another person is, if he could carry his own fucking baby, he would. And that's a flaw, okay? He's got major control issues.
Yeah.
And it causes some issues for him. Cassian does not know how to, like, manage his own fucking responsibilities half the time. He's like kind of fucking immature. Like, he just like goes with his urges.
Cassian just, and he dick rides Reese.
Yes, he does, because he has an ego issue a little bit. Cassian has an ego issue.
So does Azriel.
Because they have a weird power balance. It's a weird power balance, and it's hard. And the thing is with Azriel is kind of entitled as fuck, in my opinion. From what we have seen of him, we don't know a whole lot about him yet, but the way that he acts with the whole Elaine situation, he really likes Elaine, and Elaine is mated to somebody else, and his inner monologue is basically like, he's not good enough for her. And it's like, okay, Azriel, and you can't talk about your own fucking feelings. Get some emotional...
Baby, he can't
Get
talk.
some emotional intelligence. And then...
He doesn't speak to anybody but Nesta.
And then to be like, I got you this necklace. Oh, she gave it back. I'm gonna give it to a new girl. Bitch, you're rich. Get a new fucking necklace. You kidding me? That, like...
I think it's so funny that that's the thing that
makes
me
me so mad. I love getting gifts, and I think that's why. I think it's because gifts are such a love language for me, and I'm like...
You know what's also a love language? Autonomy over your own body.
Yes.
Being able to make your own decisions.
I agree with that, and that's the thing, though, is I can be mad at two things at one time. I can dislike one and also dislike this, and also understand them and like them both. I don't need any of them to be perfect. I need them to always be trying to do the right thing and to grow and to make a mistake and not do it again. And that's my issue with Tamlin. Is Tamlin his... Everyone's like, a Tamlin sympathizer. I'm not a Tamlin sympathizer, because he had so many opportunities to not make the same fucking mistake.
To right the situation.
And he didn't. Every single time, Feyre said, this is my issue. I feel trapped. He did not change his behavior.
He never.
And that's what I can't get behind. Yes, Reese did some fucked shit.
Yeah.
But he changed his behavior. Cassian also did some fucked shit. I'm hoping we get more of the fact that he'll change his behavior.
He'll have
same thing. I'm hoping we don't know much about Azriel. I don't know. I'm hoping he does. I'm sure he will.
Same with Nesta though. Like, she was terrible.
And
in the first 2-3 books.
And she had to hit rock bottom, but she did change her behavior. And she did some self-reflecting.
Exactly.
Okay? Self-reflecting. Tamlin can't seem to fucking do that without punching a hole in the wall.
No, dead ass.
And it drives me fucking crazy, but people are like, can't, like, would you get the fuck over yourself, okay? Seriously? Get the fuck over yourself. I get the same way when they're like, oh my god, like, we get, like, this on age gap, but specifically age gap in ACOTAR. I'm like, bro, they're fucking fairies, okay? Yeah, they're gonna be a fuck ton older than her. And
hold on.
People get, like...
Really?
Well, they get, like, I've seen some reels or, like, comments where people are like, dude, but also she was 19. Grow up!
And... okay. Right, so we know that 500-year-old men don't exist.
Right. And here's my thing, and this was something I wanted to add as the thing that was making me angry. And I get like this, I know that this is probably controversial for some people who get so hoity-toity on the fucking internet. Pull that stick out of your ass for 1 second and maybe open up your ears. Because not every single piece of entertainment or art or whatever that people are consuming has to cover every single base.
All the things.
All the things. Like with Disney, people are like, oh my god, like they get. I was watching Rapunzel or Tangled on Disney Plus the other day, and so obviously the algorithm was recommending me a bunch of Disney reels, and people were like,
yes.
She was 18. Oh my god. Yeah, 18. Grow up.
Bro, have you guys read Hansel and Gretel? They were twins and they were fucking.
Huh? But
have you read Hansel and Gretel?
No, I don't think so.
You don't know what Hansel and Gretel is?
I know what it is, but I didn't know that they were fucking.
It's just like a meme that, like, kind of like Leia and
okay. Yeah, the Star Wars shit.
Anakin Skywalker, weren't they like somehow siblings, but they were also like romantically involved? But you guys love Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, here's my thing. It's like people are like, oh my god, like there's so many, like there hasn't been a classic Disney princess love story in like 14 years. Because don't get me wrong, I love Moana, I love Frozen, I love movies like that, but there is also nothing wrong with a fucking love story. And people are like, oh my god, like she is, like people shit on Disney's Snow White. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it was, first of all, the first fucking Disney movie. It's like less than an hour and a half long. There's not that much you can possibly be fucking pissed about. And they were like, oh my god, she was so young, and that was so weird. Oh my god, the point of the movie is that she...
Weren't all Disney princesses like 16?
Yeah, whatever, yeah. And
like,
they're all
they
young.
All teenagers?
And I've seen people be like, oh my god, it was like so weird, and they didn't do this, and this wasn't right, and this is creepy, and they should take this off. The point of the movie is that she is kind.
Yes, it's creepy. It's an old
The point of the movie is that she is kind and loving, and she cares about people, and that conquers all. And conquers the evil lady.
Yeah.
Okay? They don't have to cover every single fucking base. They don't have to include every single archetype and every single type of person. Because that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Stop hating on things. If you want to make a new thing, go for it. But can you please stop ruining other things, other forms of entertainment that people enjoy? Stop ruining them for other people.
Also, if you don't I'm not going to point blank say we don't like it, but like we didn't fuck heavy with The Cruel Prince. I don't really fuck with Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I don't really fuck with Star Wars. I'm not going to be like, Game of Thrones is actually controversial because there's incest and, which like there is, but like, I give a fuck?
Here's the thing.
Not really, because I don't watch it.
We got a comment.
What I will bring up though, is when people shit on like predominantly female fan based things like
and
ACOTAR.
Taylor Swift.
And then it's like a guy who watches, and like Taylor Swift, but it's a guy who like listens to, I don't even know, some like fucking Metallica or like some classic, the Rolling Stones, and like Star Wars and Game of Thrones. Okay, yeah, if we're gonna put the two against each other, I'm about to school you on some shit.
Well, here's the thing, is I will go to bat.
Also, just like your thing and fuck off. We've touched on this before. Like, if you're like, oh, I don't like this, you don't have to get on the internet and
I will go to bat and defend
like, it's okay
all
to
the
not
things
like
that I really like and I really care about. And like, we got a comment on one of our YouTube shorts that was like, wow, y'all sound pretty intense for somebody who doesn't give a shit. And I was like, no, you're misunderstanding.
You misunderstood what I gave a shit
I give a shit about the things I care about and the things I like. I don't give a shit about the things I don't like. I didn't like it, I'm over it.
Right. And I don't give a shit.
What I will care about.
I don't give a shit what other people don't like.
What I will care about
but
is
I do
the things
give a
that
shit
I care
when
about.
other people don't like what I like and they shit on it.
Or if there's something that like
that's
for
normal.
Example, if there was like, if Dylan came to me and was like, oh, I really like this thing, and I was just like, that's stupid and dumb. That would be so fucking out of pocket. You don't have to like everything other people like.
Behavior.
And I just really think that people need to stop ruining things that other people enjoy just because they have a very hard time enjoying things. Like, it's not my fucking fault that you don't know how to have a good time and like your own things without simultaneously shitting on other people.
Disliking.
You don't, like we said with Farah and Nesta, it doesn't have to be one or the other.
It's not who versus
It's all
who.
one book series. You can like them both.
No, dead ass.
It's intended
It's like sitting
for you to
here
like
and
them
saying,
both. They're
right.
sisters. You're supposed to want to like them.
It's just insane. It also, it's like when people are like, Taylor Swift or Beyonce, why can't I enjoy both? Jesus Christ. Or like when somebody's like, oh, you know, I've specifically seen it happen a lot with Taylor Swift, where a girl will be like, oh, I like Taylor Swift, and they'll be like, and what actually do you think about her private jet plane usage? Oh my God, I'm not leading the fight for pollution. I'm not leading the fight.
And this is something.
Like, do I think it's a problem? Yes. What do you want me to do? It's the fucking Christian. Why don't you just call Taylor up? Do you want me to fucking call Taylor Swift and tell her to stop using her plane when there were actually 15 other celebrities who used their private jets more than she used hers?
Also, too.
But like, because it's Taylor Swift, it's an issue.
Here's my thing. It's like,
what do you want me to do about it? I just like her music.
I personally, and this is why I had to take Twitter off my phone, because I see this most commonly on Twitter, is
I don't get on
Twitter. People who, I don't have anymore, but to me it is a red flag when there is somebody who is so outspoken about everything. If you are so loud on the internet about every single public issue, to me that's a red flag, because that means that you probably don't know enough about any singular one of those issues to be giving your loud ass opinion.
Can you imagine the cortisol levels in those people?
Oh my God.
How are you still alive? Take a fucking chill pill. Like, I cannot think about things on the internet we were talking about this the other day, because when I initially told her about Reese and Cassian, I was PMSing bad.
I literally had to say, like, Maddie, I cannot talk about this
She said, are you PMSing?
Because she called me and was like, I fucking hate Reese and Cassian. And I was like, I'm not getting on that boat with you, girl. I would drop to my knees at the sight of them. No, can't do that.
But they're fucking
they're fake. And
like,
also,
I was just like,
they're not supposed to be perfect people. They're not supposed to be perfect.
They're not. And like, if I think about something too much, like, I will literally make myself dislike it. Anything. Yeah. The same thing happens when I'm like doing my music. Like, if I'm producing and then like I listen to it and I'm like, oh wow, this is good, and then I'll re-listen to it and try to find, like, I will literally start to pick it apart so much that I'm like, oh well, I actually fucking hate it now. So I just can't like focus too much on one thing without actually fucking hating it. So I cannot imagine like getting worked up over every single thing that happens ever.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing, is like, there's like,
I can't do that.
And another thing too is when I see, a lot of times when I see people like that they are so loud on the internet about every single issue, they are only loud about that issue for the time that it is a trend.
For 48 hours.
And then after that trend, they are moved on to a new issue. That is not enough time to fully understand
That's also like not activism.
No.
I don't know who needs to hear that. That's like not what activism is. You can't, that's what performative activism is. Oh, well, this happened and I'm going to talk about it.
I'm going to post an Instagram
12 hours that
post
it's relevant.
And
I'm going to post it on my story.
Okay, and then you're going to go get your fucking boba and live your life. And whatever. Okay, that is the reality of a lot of people living in America, is you see shit, you get upset about it, you post on Instagram, and then you move on with the rest of your fucking life. And I'm not going to exclude myself from seeing things, and I think it is a personal right to be able to be like, that's very upsetting. I need to take some time away from that so that I don't spiral out of fucking control when you see I personally don't think that humans were intended to see every single negative thing that happens in the world and be able to internalize that, because that's too much stress. You can't fix every single problem. You can't fix every single problem.
There's so much wrong with. There's so much wrong in the U.S. alone.
Yeah. I'm like, how are you living?
That like I can't even sit and think about the United States for too long. You throw Canada, all of Europe, all of Asia, all of the rest of the world into it, I'm gonna combust.
And I don't think that it is healthy. Obviously, I'm not saying to live your entire life in ignorance,
sheltered and closing your eyes.
There is nothing wrong with taking a little break, calming it down a little bit. The world is not going to end if you don't post about it on Instagram.
Right. And honestly, what makes me so mad about the Instagram or TikTok or especially with influencers. Well, what are your thoughts on this? I'm sorry, we do not need to be taking influencers and celebrities' opinions and using it as watch the fucking news. And even then,
do your own.
I think we've talked about this before. I don't think that. I really fear that they stopped teaching what a credible source is.
Bro, people pulling shit from Wikipedia blows my mind. That was when I was in high school and middle school when we had to write essays and shit, even in college. That was the number one thing not to do. Do not trust Google. Do not trust Wikipedia. Why are people... And it's because there is a less credible source than Google and Wikipedia. If you see it on TikTok, it's oh, that means I'm going to go Google it. And if Google confirms it must be true. When we didn't have TikTok or anything like that. So it was the lowest level of source was Google. So you had to get that checked by something else. Now the lowest level is social media. And people are taking it as true until proven false. Even if it's something fucking bizarre.
I saw something the other day, and I was like, oh my fucking God. So true. And it was you guys are talking about, oh, well, why didn't we learn this? Why didn't we learn this? No, we literally did. You were taught what a credible source is. You were taught what a logical fallacy is. You were taught all of these things, but you were sitting there thinking that you were going to go into business, and you were sitting in your English and literature class being well, when is this ever going to be applicable? But now you're out here believing every single thing you see on fucking TikTok, all because you have this logical fallacy mindset of, oh, well, if it can't be proven false, then it must be true.
Well, also too, people can't comprehend. I feel like there's a lot of people that cannot comprehend how many influencers will go on the internet and just fucking lie. They're well, why would they just lie like that? Because they're probably getting paid, honey.
Right. Or well, this influencer has really clear skin and they endorsed this face
they
wash.
get facials every week.
Okay, well, you should still probably look at the ingredients of the fucking face wash.
They also get professional facials done probably every week. Yes, they might use, they genuinely might use that moisturizer.
They might use it.
It's not the only thing they're doing.
Right. I also saw something, and it was when you see a rail thin woman, and they're what's your workout routine? Baby, I don't know how to tell you this. It's not a workout routine.
Also,
it's not a workout routine. There is no ab exercise or ab circuit that's going to make you look like fucking
and this is something
Gigi Hadid.
I had to, not now anymore, but when I was 20, that there was something I had to it took me a long time to come to terms with the fact that there was no exercise I could do to make my body type look like Kendall Jenner's body type. Because for a period of time, I would look at her and I would think her body type was the most beautiful body type I'd ever seen. Ideal body type. And she is
and she's a stunning
woman. How tall is she? 5'10"? 5'11"?
5'10", 5'11".
I'm 5 foot.
Yeah.
Bitch, there's nothing I can do.
There's nothing you can do to make yourself look like Kendall Jenner.
And have wide hips. There's nothing I can do to look like her. It's not gonna fucking happen.
Exactly.
And there's the thing is, they could be there's so many people that are oh, what do you do to get that what do you do to exercise? What's your workout routine? I'm sorry, no amount of morning yoga and meditation is gonna make you have a body type that you don't have. You know what? And 9 times out of 10, you know what's probably happening? Plastic surgery. And I am not one to be opposed to plastic surgery.
Literally.
But I'm not opposed to it. But I just think that people believe.
I love plastic surgery.
People believe.
I have a $15,000 face. I love plastic surgery. But like,
people
I'm
look
not
at the
gonna
internet
sit here.
and then
a nose is not something you can
fix.
fix.
People look on the internet and they genuinely believe that so much of the shit that they see is true. And everyone says that all the time. But then when it comes down to it, they don't understand just how fake social media is. It's like, yes, not everything you see is true, but they don't understand the extent to how much of it is not true.
Of how untrue and how
they're
much
like,
of it is
yeah,
untrue.
It's because they're doing a pose or they Photoshop their waist in a little bit. No. They don't understand that their entire life could be not true.
Right. And the amount of like Photoshop that's used on celebrities.
They have professional people
who are like
doing
celebrities who are already thin. They also have like probably 5 different trainers that they work with multiple times throughout the day, because their job, especially like models, their job is to be pretty. Their job is to be skinny.
Yeah. And they literally
That's their
have
job.
people who are professionally editing their Instagram post. Like, they're not getting on there. This is not their personal Instagram. Are you psychotic?
Yeah. I mean, it makes me like, especially like also with like women celebrities who like have babies and then they like 2 months later are in a bikini. Not realistic.
No.
Not really. I would love to be able to pop out a human being and then just like snatch back to my regular old body. But that's not
when you don't have like a full
gonna happen.
team of people helping you take care of that kid.
When you don't have
everybody's goal is to get you back into shape, is to get you back into your lifestyle. Cooking,
to get you back to your look.
For you 3 meals a day. Like, no, they don't. That's not hucking real. People on the internet grow up, get some fucking perspective.
Relax, have a good time, enjoy your time on the internet. I love being on the internet. I love enjoying. Since we got onto like Bookstagram and BookTok,
I have loved it. But there are also certain things that I am not fucking loving. I am not loving so many, especially with BookTok, people who get on there and they just want to like ruin it for other people. It's like, okay, you read this book series. Wouldn't you want to also enjoy it with the rest of the hundreds of thousands of people also enjoying it? Like, there is enough room. I don't know how many times I have to fucking say this. There is enough room for everyone to be happy and successful.
To have
there is enough room for everybody. It's like, stop being such a fucking Debbie Downer.
Well, actually, I think that smut is ruining classic literature. Well, yes, because smut doesn't belong in classic literature. Do you think that fucking Jane Austen was writing about dick riding? No, she wasn't. She wasn't. But I can still like Pride and Prejudice, but also
it's the same reason.
Still want to read Twisted Love.
It is the same reason that movies like Oppenheimer can come out at the same time as fucking Barbie, and also
and both can be
probably a reboot of fucking Jersey Shore. There's enough room for them all, honey. Like, there is enough room for everything.
Quite frankly, I need things to keep existing like that because I like having multiple things to go to. I didn't see Oppenheimer, but it looked interesting.
It looked scary to me, personally. I would rather...
It did look a little scary.
But you know what there is? 7 million seasons of Too Hot to Handle and Love is Blind. And this ties everything back together because we're geniuses. You don't have to be in the deep end of worldly trauma all the time. You can take a little break. You can, if you love classic literature and you love like really in depth, like shit like that, go for it, read it. But if you want to take a little break from your self-help book
for a fucking hockey romance,
go read a little Allie Hazelwood, go read a little rom-com, because and there's nothing fucking wrong with that. It doesn't make you stupid if that is the only thing you read. Me and you, it doesn't make you dumb. I might be dumb, but not because I read rom-coms.
not because of what you, like, we might not be the best critical thinkers. That's not because of the books that we read.
No, it's not because I'm on my hands and knees for
and
a man with bat
I might
wings.
not be the best, right. I might not be the best critical thinker, but I can get on the internet and read something and be like,
that might not be true.
That doesn't sound right. Might not be true.
Yeah, it's the same way.
And then log off and have a normal day.
Just say shit as fact. And then where men will say things, their opinions as fact or their thoughts as fact. Women will say, I think and I feel X, Y, and Z. Men will just say X, Y, and Z as if their word is God. You know what? And Dylan, and I started pointing that out to Dylan. And so now every time he does something like that, I'm like, where did you get that from? He'll just like fucking troll me. We were getting dinner the other night and it was like Korean barbecue. So there was like a cooking thing in the table. And one of the little jalapenos almost fell. And he was like, oh, caught that. That could have been bad. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, it could have caught on fire. That would have sucked. And he was like, you know, if like jalapeno seeds like drop into flames, they'll explode. And I was like, really? And he was like, no, are you fucking stupid? But like, you can't, he just be saying shit sometimes. Like, most of the time, I'll be like, wait, really? And he'll be like, I don't know, actually, I made that up. Like, he'll just say shit, and men just be doing that.
Yeah.
Drives me up the fucking wall.
Yeah, no, their opinion or like how they feel about us.
Just shitting on men.
Talking about that. Well, I could do that anytime, babe. We all know that.
I know.
You could if someone put a gun to my head and was like, you have to bitch for 30 minutes, what are you bitching about?
30
I'd be
minutes?
like,
try like a year straight.
No, deadass. Someone could be like, you have to bitch 24 hours, go. I'd be like, first of all, here's what I think about men and why.
When I was born, the man was helping my mother give birth. He should have been out of there.
He should have been gone.
Oh, that was your dad. He should have been out of there.
He should have been gone. Why was he there? Why would a man be there?
But then, if he wasn't there, why the fuck wasn't he there? And it's because men don't know.
It's because men are not held to the same standard that women are. But you kicked him out because they're not held to I literally told Brian the other day, he's like watching a documentary on like drugs and shit. And he's like, yeah, like some country just got like a new president and like reduced crime. And I was like, yeah, well, I think if we just put all men in jail and only women were allowed to make decisions, that the world would be fine. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah.
Literally, Dylan was like, sometimes Maddie gets really intense, and I don't ever know if she's joking or if she's serious. And I said, yeah, and you're not gonna, because Maddie is the embodiment of female rage. Where Maddie gets angry, and I was trying.
Maddie doesn't know if she's joking.
I know,
or serious.
And I was like, that's why she has to.
Sorry, figure it out.
That's why she has to talk to me. Whatever, it's fine. It's the same way that like where you get angry, I get sad. And he was like, I'd much rather you be sad. And I was like, yeah, some men would rather you not get sad. Like, it's sometimes I need to be angry and I just get sad. So Maddie helps me get angry.
Yeah, I do help you get angry.
Yes.
I will always be there to help you get angry.
And
I'll always be the fire underneath your rage.
And when you start shitting on the bad boys, I will always be there to remind you that they will always be better than human men.
Yes. Oh, yes. That's what, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Kai, I cannot stop. I literally cannot think about anything other than Powerless.
That book, we read it like 4 or 5 weeks ago, and it's still so, like, I still get like an emotional
It's just like
response.
at the forefront of my mind.
Powerless might be my next favorite book after ACOTAR and Fourth Wing.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
is.
like,
oh, I get sick thinking about Fourth Wing.
Oh, I know. Here's the thing.
I'm like not
thinking
doing
about
well.
the end of Powerless makes me sick. Because I love Kai and Peyton so much. And I just feel, I know that Reckless is obviously not the end of the series or the trilogy. and we're gonna get hurt again. I can feel it. We're gonna get hurt again. And
I'm sitting here like
I felt sick to my stomach when that book ended. I literally.
I'm not doing
I know.
well.
We have to get to these. We have a this or that game. We've got to get to it. So our little.
Now we're gonna do our this or that.
This or that. Okay. About books and summer? Question mark.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really like in a summer mood, and so I was like, summer things. I'm so excited for you to be down here and like be at the pool and read, beach read, and
so good. Okay.
So exciting.
Okay.
Life is so
Audiobook or physical copy? That's easy.
I know both of us are
physical
copies.
But some people, especially in the summertime, really prefer ebooks and audiobooks because they can travel easier.
I do.
You can when you finish it, you can immediately buy a new one.
I do really enjoy an audiobook, like the book that I just read, because it was like, I think it was like 6 different POVs. Yeah. Having the audiobook was really nice, but I can't just listen to an audiobook. Like I had the audiobook playing while I had an audiobook
phase before I got really back into reading. But genuinely, if I listened to it only on an audiobook, I didn't really retain anything from it. It is so hard for me to retain the story if I listen to it.
Just auditory?
Yeah. Like, I actually really like having audiobook, and especially if it's kind of like a difficult
physical
book,
copy.
To be able to like flip the pages. And I did like, I have a Nook, and I like the Nook, but because I like having the books to put on my bookshelf, I like being able to write in them.
I want a library.
I want a library too, and you can't get that with an ebook.
Yeah. You can't get I know, like, I think ebooks are a little cheaper, which, like, financially is kind of cool, but, like, I want a library. I want, when, like, I'm old, for, like, me to have grandkids and them come in and be like, this woman was a witch.
Yes.
She knows so many things.
And they're all just romance smut books.
Like, it's all just, like, romance and, like, mystery.
Like, oh, what did my grandma like to read?
Like, oh, what did Grandma read? And it's like riding his dick. And
ride that bitch like a carnival. And be like,
head's so good, she's in honor roll. And my grandkids are gonna be like, yeah, okay, I'm going back on myself.
No, but I also can understand, like, if you're at the beach or you're at the pool, having a Kindle, having a Kindle or a Nook is really easy, because I was at the pool the other day with one of my books, and I was like, oh, I was worried.
Your fingers
I was worried about getting wet or getting sweaty and it getting on the book. Because, like, it's just pages. So, like, but also, too, it's kind of ridiculous to, like, have a book on your Kindle and then also buy the physical copy.
Kindle and also
However, there's, like, all of the Bridgerton books, basically, I read on my Nook. And I'm like, I'm about to just buy the whole set just so I can have them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, literally, I read my mom's Bridgertons, but, like, you bet your bottom dollar I'm gonna order me my own Bridgerton set, so it goes on once I get a new bookshelf, because I have no more bookshelf space.
Yeah. The next one.
But once I get a new bookshelf.
The next one's pretty similar, hardcover, paperback. I prefer a hardcover.
I prefer a hardcover because the spine doesn't.
Yeah. Also, speaking of, on my copy of The Wicked King, and I think this happens just with, like, cheaper paperbacks, it was so hot when I was outside at the pool that the glue on the spine started to peel off. So there is a part of my book where it literally came a section of the book came unglued from the spine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that doesn't really happen with hardcovers.
Also, I want to learn, random side note, I really want to learn how to rebind books. The girlies who do that on TikTok and, like,
they
Instagram,
are elite.
They're so cool. I need one of them to, like, train me.
I know. I need a house so that I can have, like, a craft room, and, like, I can have it all.
I need a craft room
so
bad. I can rebind my books.
It is.
I need a craft room bad.
It's girlhood to need to do crafts.
Yes, I want to, like, make charm necklaces and rebind books.
Yeah. and paper mache and Mod Podge.
Yes.
And glitter and ribbons. That's what it means to be a girl.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need a girl craft room and a girl book room.
Anyways,
that's what I need.
Next, live
that.
inside. Okay, live inside. Would you rather
live inside your favorite book?
Wait. Would you rather live inside your favorite book or bring a character out of a book? Live inside my favorite book.
This one, I
would haul my ass to Prithian so fucking fast, dude. I would live in...
Yeah, but you can't take anybody with you. Like, it's
I can't go with you. What if we both choose Prithian?
Well, what if we both picked Prithian? Then I guess we could be there. Yeah. But also, then, like, what would you do? Because, like, Feyre has Rhys.
Yeah. But can you imagine how
handsome
some of those fairymen would be?
Well, I'm taking Asriel because Asriel doesn't have a mate yet.
That's
so,
true.
like, you bet your bottom fucking dollar.
Ooh, but you know where I'd go? You know where I'd go? I'd go to the summer court.
Oh, girl, yeah! Oh, girl, yes! Oh! New boo goofing.
I'd be new boo goofing in that summer court. I'd be like, hey, Sorkin.
I would thrive in the summer court.
I wish the autumn court wasn't so bad.
I would also thrive with Eris, I think.
I would struggle in the autumn court, but I'm such an autumn girly.
You are such an autumn girly. I feel like I give
You give
if
summer.
I had to pick a court for you, I would pick autumn court without Baron. I feel like I would belong in, other than the fact that I am pasty white like Casper, and I burn very easily.
You stand outside for 30 seconds and you look like you got a spray tan.
But I burn pretty bad. I have to wear a lot of sunscreen. The SPF is my friend. Other than the fact that I burn really bad, that's the only like downfall to summer for me. Yeah. But like I would eat up summer court.
Yeah. And we'd both eat up Valeris easily. Okay, next. Series or a standalone? This is hard for me.
I like series.
I like series too because it gives me more in that world. I think I would choose that. But I love a standalone because it feels...
But I also love a standalone.
It feels like a short, sweet, close it out. That's why I love rom-coms. It's like a little... It's like a little fun, cute time.
But I feel like even with like rom-coms, like the Twisted and like the Icebreaker, like Maple Hills series, like they're technically standalones, but I'm going to throw them in with series because there's multiple in that same universe.
It's very similar with Allie Hazelwood's Women in STEM.
Women in
series,
STEM.
Yeah. There is like in Love Theoretically, there is a Love Hypothesis cameo that happens. And it's very cute. It's very cute.
That's really cute. Yeah, see, I'm definitely picking series for that reason. Like, even though those are technically standalones, to me...
Yeah, I agree.
They're a part of a series.
Okay, one POV.
One POV or multiple? I like multiple,
but not too much. Not too many point of views.
Yeah, I really love like Powerless, how it was Peyton and then
because
Kai,
if there's too many, there's bound to be a character that I don't give a fuck about, and I don't like to read their chapters. But I like, especially when it's like one scene and you get 2 points of views. I love that.
Yeah,
because then I'm like, oh, what are you thinking? I love that.
What are your thoughts?
You thinking?
Yeah.
That's so good.
I do love a multiple POV. Okay, fantasy without any romance or romance but without any fantasy.
Romance. I love romance. I'm such a fucking whore for cliches. I love romance so bad. I could watch people fall in love or read people fall in love over and over again. I'm a Libra. What can I do?
Are we counting like something like Powerless or Lightlark as like romance? Because like I guess that is romance.
Yeah, those are
it is romantic.
Romanticy for sure.
Yeah, I'm picking romance. Yeah, I'm picking romance, no fantasy.
Yeah.
But I do love, I mean, I fear that might change once I read like a high fantasy like Brandon Sanderson.
I don't think it'll
like
change for me
I
just
feel like I
because
might get really into it.
I love fantasy. I think I'm going to really like those books. But I just really love a good love story.
I do love a good rom-com.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. I am picking romance.
All right, night read or day read?
Okay, night read. Day read. I almost just throwed up. Oh my god. The devil tried to come out.
I'm picking night read because I really like reading and then it's like in the middle of the night and it's like 3 a.m. and you finally get to the good part and they get to the hotel room and there's only one bed and it's 3 a.m. and you're tired but then now you're wide awake. That's riveting.
I think in any other time other than like summertime, I'm picking night read, but I night read now, but like there's nothing like sitting at my pool and reading during the day.
That's so true.
And like also like getting vitamin D. If I could take the sun out of the sky and take a bite out of it, I genuinely would.
Really? I think I would do that if I could take a bite out of the moon.
I would also take a bite out of the moon.
I love being a woman. I just feel like women are really in tune with the moon.
Yeah, that is true. Mean? I just love being in the sun, only in the summertime though.
I agree.
And the spring. I really do like the spring.
Yeah.
But like fall and winter, I'm a little...
I'm a little hobbit. I'm a little hobbit.
Bats nocturnal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm a little raccoon.
Yeah. I'm like a raccoon in the garage.
Okay, beach or pool?
Okay, beach or pool?
I'm picking pool.
I want a pool on the beach.
Pool on the beach. Pool on the beach.
Like the beach is right here, and then like I'm at my pool. Like I can go to the beach if I wanted to, but I'm like not getting in the ocean water because I'm scared.
Yeah. It's very easy for me to lounge around in the
You
pool.
guys seen the ocean?
Also too, I have trouble with sand. The reality of sand when you have like a paperback book.
Oh my god. Or a vagina. Yeah. Sand and a vagina. Just like don't and like ass cracks and sand.
Why is it?
They don't
that,
mix,
like
bro.
Your booty cheek just wants to eat the sand. Why?
I don't know. Or like when you get a little wet, like your legs are a little wet, and then the wind blows and the sand feels like it's knifing your fucking shins.
Dead ass.
Why is it that?
I don't know.
So like I'm definitely picking a pool, but like with a beach view.
Yes, I agree. Okay, porch read or pool read? I'm still picking pool.
I'm always picking
unless it's not summertime. Obviously, it has to be the right.
Yeah.
Other than that, like if it's like like I want to have like a really deeply covered porch so that it can be raining outside and I can still sit on the porch and read.
Yes.
That would be really nice.
Oh, I love the rain.
That would be really nice.
I love sitting on the porch during rain. I love it. Right now, I'm just like feeling so romanticizing about life. I love being alive today.
Me too. And I was
not every day of my life.
So depressed yesterday, and I just woke up and honestly, it didn't even feel that good until we started book club, and I'm like, oh my god, I just love the world.
Life is good. Things
love
are
the world,
good.
and I love being a woman, and I love the earth, and I love the sun and the moon and the pool and the beach.
Things are so good and nice.
This is what I'm saying. When we get together, it's fucking ethereal. This energy in the same room?
True.
Forget about it. Forget about it. Okay, next.
Okay, let's... These next few are just like
we'll do them quickly.
Baseball game or music fest / concert?
Music festivals are hard for me because I get overwhelmed and tired.
I love a good music
I'm probably
fest.
over a baseball game. Yeah.
But I also love a good baseball game.
I love a baseball game, but I'm choosing music
But also,
fest.
Yeah, I'm more of a hockey girl over like a baseball game girl. Hockey game over baseball game.
Hockey.
But music fest over everything. Yeah. I love hockey.
Picnic or cookout? I'm choosing a cookout, probably.
I'm also choosing a cookout with
like
somebody at the grill. Everybody's at the pool.
Because picnics, it's
we're all having a
hard.
good time.
Picnics, it's hard to get like a full stomach on, and like you want it to be aesthetic, but still comfortable, and it just doesn't really work out that way. Cookouts, not aesthetic, but delicious.
Yeah.
There's no pressure. It's like, especially 100%. Like a crawfish boil, I'm getting up in there.
Oh.
I'm elbow deep in those crawfish.
So same. I fucking love crawfish.
Yeah, dude. Okay. Sunrise or sunset. I'm choosing, if I'm awake for a sunrise, I really love it. I really love it. But it's rare that I am awake for them. I also,
out of practicality, I'm choosing a sunset.
But I think I would choose a sunrise because when I am awake for some reason, awake for a sunrise, the weather's better. There's not as many bugs.
And the sound of everything waking up, like the bugs coming to life and the birds coming to life. A sunrise is so beautiful. I see sunsets more and I can enjoy sunset, but a good sunrise, girl.
Absolutely. Okay, relax on a boat or relax on a beach? It depends. If the boat is like, if I can see the shore, the boat.
I was gonna say it also depends on if the boat's in the lake or if the boat's in the ocean.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm picking the beach.
Yeah, there's too many.
Because I'm scared of the ocean.
There's too many variables.
Yeah, I'm scared of the ocean, and I'm also scared. Like, you will never catch me in lake water. Mm-hmm. I'm so scared of lake water. I love being on a boat.
If it was like a clear ocean reef, because in reefs there's not really that many waves. So if it's like a clear reef boat,
I'd have a good time then. Yeah.
Okay. Sweet tea or some type of fruit juice like Kool-Aid.
Sweet tea.
Sweet tea. I agree. I'm Southern as fuck. Sweet tea, fucking obviously.
I love a good sweet tea. I love a good sweet tea.
Down.
Hands down. I'm a whore for sweet tea.
Yeah. Is there anything else? That it? Oh, yeah.
Margarita or sangria?
Is it sangria or is it sangria? I always say sangria.
Well, don't ask me.
I've always said sangria.
Okay, sangria.
I'm gonna say
whatever.
Sangria because that shit bumps.
I've never had.
Okay, but I've never had
sangria,
real.
so...
I don't know if I've ever had real sangria, but basically in my mind, sangria is like a fruity red, like dark type of wine. That's kind of maybe
like an adult fruit punch.
Yes. Yeah, I'm fucking
that
with
I can fuck with
that.
I also don't really. I don't like margaritas because I don't fuck heavy with tequila.
I love margaritas, like a good spicy margarita. You want my spicy margarita, babe? You heard that song? This is Michael Bublé. Yes. Michael Bublé and Jason fucking Derulo. They said, "Yeah, my spicy margarita." That was a unique collab. But yes, I actually would choose both, if and or both, and I can do that because I am choosing to enjoy life today.
Yes, so true.
So true. This was so
life.
fun.
Life is good.
This little YAPisode was so fun. We went in fucking circles, and I don't know if anyone's gonna enjoy this but us. But I enjoyed it.
I also enjoyed it. We will be doing this more.
Even if you didn't enjoy it, we're gonna be doing this more.
We'll try to
be
also
a little...
like keep up with like. Yeah, we'll try to keep up with like modern things that are like trendings, and what's popular on BookTok and Bookstagram and BookTube and all the things that are trending and popular. We'll try to hit in our YAPisodes. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. We had a lot of fun. We're both really romanticizing life today, so yay for us.
Well, I'm not gonna go outside, but I am gonna play with my dogs. So, yay.
Life is so good. Life is so good.
All right. That's all. Thanks for coming to Book Club.
Okay, thanks for coming to Book Club.
Love you.
Love you guys.
Bye.